Hey everybody, we are here out front of the dealership and I got a beautiful T880 sleeper truck to do a review on, so let's see what this is all about. All right, so we're up front and I'm just trying to beat the rain. Pulled this truck up from the back and there's lightning earlier, so it'd be kind of neat to have some lightning in the picture, in the video. So this is a brand new 2024 Kenworth T880. Has the 52-inch mid-roof sleeper, and I'd like to thank Barton for purchasing this truck for his farm. This is where this truck is going to go, into the farm application. And let's get into the details on this truck. So up front, pretty typical for a T880 that I put together. We got the tapered stainless steel bumper. We have the aluminum metal mesh grille, which is standard, bug screen in behind, winter front on the sides. Center mount toe pin, which makes it easy to open up the hood, which it is a very easy hood to open in the first place. Down the side here, you'll notice this is a short and stubby truck. It is a 205-inch wheelbase is what this one is sitting on here. So we do have a little bit beefier front end tires. We got the 315 millimeter wide tires, the 315/80 R22.5s. And then we have the 9-inch rim as opposed to the 8 1/4. So it kind of gives it a different kind of stance on the front end. I really kind of like it. So we did the 2-inch fender flares on the sides, and we have the polished battery box with the polished end caps, polished smooth front. So this can come in a short or a long, so we kept everything nice and short with this configuration. Now, we truly wanted to get the 7-inch straps on this truck, but there was too much interference with everything. Fought to get engineers to lay it out how we wanted, but we had to opt for the 2-inch. You can see the airbags for the suspension. They do not have a mount that goes with the 7-inch straps, so we'd have to straddle it, push it back, push the other tank back further, push the DEF tank back, interfering with other components, making the wheelbase longer, and we want to keep it nice and short. So lots goes into designing and configuring these trucks, more than you might know. A lot of that is behind the scenes. So with this bunk, it is the 52-inch mid-roof. You can get it in the flat roof, which I did a feature on a few weeks back on a 990. And this is the high bunk or the mid-roof configuration here. We have the bunk door with a vent, no window. And then the jockey down below, that's standard. We have the battery boost terminals on the back here, which makes it easily accessible to boost a reefer, or without having to open up the hood. You can, if it's parked inside of a shop where, say, you can't open up the hood because it's really tight, you have it out here. It's really accessible and easy to maneuver. So on the back here, you can see we have a switch that goes to some trailer switches, and then there is the electrical cord for the J1930 or the J560 connector there. We have a single exhaust up the back of the cab, and we have LED marker lights on the back of the cab as well. We put these minimizer indestructible, well, nearly indestructible poly fenders on there. The guys at House of Chrome were really good at getting those put on in a timely fashion for me. We have the mirror polished rims front and back, and these are on the 24.5, 11R 24.5 tires. We have the 8-bag air ride, so the AG 400 suspension there. And then we have the 40,000 rears, 390 gears with the power divider and full locking differential. You can see the diff locker right there. Drum brakes, front and back. Ordered the def tank right here. It is the standard black with no cover on it. And then we have the additional fuel tank on this side here. The DPF box comes longer, so you can't get that in a shorter version, but that is the polished cover and polished sides to that as well. We have the bunk doors on this side too with, again, no window. I'll just open up the hood here really quick, show you around, try and beat this rain that looks like it's coming. So I got a phone call this morning from my wife. She's out at the lake and a huge crash of thunder woke her up at 6:30 this morning. I was in town and yeah, just a big system rolling through. I think we're getting hit with it here shortly. Woohoo! Gotta love a thunderstorm. I love storms. They're so much fun. Okay, this side here we have the power steering filter, the fluid. There's a remote lube down below. On the front end we have the drum brakes as well. As you can see, we have the oil fill, the oil check. There's the washer fluid. There's the coolant over there. We have the hydraulic fluid for the air assist hydraulic clutch. It is a manual transmission on this truck. And this is the 510 1850 torque Packard engine powering this beauty. Let's take a look on the other side. Over here we got the turbo hot side. There's the HVAC system right up there and safety latch right there. Close that up and close the hood. Now, I show this a lot on the videos on the T880s. Haven't talked about it in a while, but the fenders are actually bolted on. You can kind of see running all along there, those bolts. That's because this fender is bolted on, and there's seams on the front. You can kind of see in the video here that they have the seams, so you can easily replace those. And then on the back side there, those are the pre-cleaners that go before the air enters the main system right there for air intake. Those drop the dust out of the air, and that's a non-maintenance item, so you don't have to change that filter. And the keys are in my office. Go for a quick walk. All right, now we can finish the tour. Okay, before we go in, this is the oil and block heater, the oil pan and the block heater right there. And then down below is the battery disconnect switch. So inside this cab, we have the gray interior with the Vantage trim level. So you can kind of see that nice straight stitching on the door pads. And then we have the gray silver weave right there as well. On the door itself, we have the door locks, so that's standard on all interiors. So you get power doors, power windows, power mirrors, and heated mirrors. So that's standard on the Kenworth 2.1 meter cabs. Over here on this side, we have a work light. We have a pre-wire beacon switch. This is the washer fluid, and you push that collar in to get washer fluid up onto the window. That is a marker interrupter switch. Down below is the brightness adjustment for the dash. Interior lights, that's the floor light, and that's the cab light. And then that is your exterior light pre-trip. You hold that down and it will start cycling the lights on the cab. So you'll see the high beam, the low beam, the clearance lights, all that kind of stuff. So you're seeing it outside the cab right now while the truck is shut off. You can just do your pre-trip and away you go. To shut it off, you just hold it down and it's done. So the steering wheel is a nice leather wrapped steering wheel. So you got the nice stitching on the inside and it's leather wrapped. We have your cruise control right here, on off, your waypoint setting, your speed limiter right there. for when the truck, if you just want to limit how fast the truck goes as far as the foot pedal is concerned. Say you're going through a construction zone and you want to change the speed to maximum, whatever the speed limit is in the construction zone, you can set that and hold the foot pedal down and away you go, as opposed to setting the cruise control. Up here is the smart controls for the display. So you just roll this button here. You got forward, you got back, answer, hang up for your phone, your radio adjustment, volume, and then your mute right there. So we did a few extra gauges here. So we got the 5 gauges with the storage pocket, as you can see right there. And then here's the Bluetooth radio, USB plug-in auxiliary input as well. Here's the Jake brake controller, so you pull that back, trailer brakes, engine fan, traction control, couple spare switches, and then here is the air suspension dump, your regen switch, your power divider, front and rear diff lock. This is your idle PTO preset, so you can set a maximum speed, and then your PTO switch there itself, air slide, and then your tailgate trip switch right there, and that's wired through that secondary connector in the back. Your brakes for parking, and then there is your 12-volt power. You got 2 right there. 18-speed manual transmission. And we have the really nice carpet throughout the cab here, so you can see that down below. These are the GT702 seats. They are not heated. They're not air conditioned. They're just a standard GT702 seat, which is a very nice leather seat. Very soft, very comfortable, and I sure like it. Turn on the bunk light, and there's a clearance lights for outside the cab. There's the driving lights and then the hazards. Up above is a storage pocket, really high. And then we got pocket. We got the overhead storage bins right here. And then there's a CB radio kit. As far as in the bunk goes, this here is, I'll just shuffle around a little bit here quickly. Okay, so in the bunk here, we have 2 different bunk bed sizes that you can get. You can get the smaller bed or the larger bed. The larger bed kind of fills this whole gap area. And then, but this here gives you a little bit more room as far as, you know, for storage or spreading things around. Here's the back wall. I'll just turn this light on. So we got the door locks. We have to illuminate the lights in the back here. And then there is the overhead light switch, HVAC system for the bunk, which is an option to delete. You can delete that. It does come standard with this bunk, but you can delete it if you just want to avoid any additional cost when you're speccing the truck. We got rear bunk speakers. We have a storage pocket over there. We have no upper bunk, so lots of standing room. So I'm standing up straight and I got lots of room, and this is in the cab portion. And this mattress does lift up standard, so you just have this little latch right there, and then there she goes. So you got storage all in there. You got pass-through storage all in the back. There's the HVAC controller for in the bunk, and then there is the safety flare kit, fire extinguisher, and first aid kit. All right, so there we have it. It's always good to kind of, for me, I find, to do these videos because I can go through the truck before I hand the keys to my customer, just make sure everything is just how I want it. So it's one of the things I really enjoy doing, and just kind of getting to see also all of the different things that I spec and kind of see what I've decided on or chosen with my customer and what the final result is. So it's always good to be doing this, and it's always good to be bringing content to you guys. If you want to subscribe, if you are into that kind of thing, and I'd sure appreciate it, you can hit the button down below, or you can check out my other social sites up on my website. Contact me, you can click up there, and then you'll be able to find out ways to get a hold of me, whatever way you prefer. Again, a big thank you to Barton Dicknert. Hope I didn't butcher your last name, but thank you so much for your business. It is surely appreciated. Thank you for choosing to deal with me. I know it was a long process, a long wait, as everybody has to wait a long time to get a truck nowadays, but thank you so much. So that's it for this week. Thanks so much for watching. Have yourself the world's best day.